How does your internship lead to you creating your own record label, Fam Records?
So that was another prerequisite for me. The label was actually the prerequisite for me starting my own label. One of my partners at the time, he was rapping for a minute, and he had a manager or whatever. And I'm going back and forth from school, and what we'll do, I remember one day he put together this Mobb Deep tape that we had from a Clue tape, and he extended it where he raps on the tape, and I passed it around school like, yeah, my cousin know Mobb Deep. Mm-hmm. And he was rapping with us. Everybody in school heard it, and I saw the reaction. I was like, oh yeah, it's a rap. So we'd always like, yo, we gotta start a record label one day. It would just talk. And then got the internship, did it for a while, did what I did in there. Then later on, it was just like, yo, it's go time, man. We can't keep saying it. So we finally did it the right way, got the business license, all that, got the name. I remember every step we took, went downtown to the offices, the courts, did the business license. I hollered at my man Reg, kid named Radio Graphics. He did the Fam Records logo. I said, I want something that incorporates, at the time, we thinking about money and music. So if you look at the logo, the Fam Records logo, it is that music sign with like a money sign in one. It was crazy. So I told him the idea I wanted. He did one sketch. I didn't really like it. Came back with another one. I said, ooh, that's it. That's us. Got the jackets, the shirts. We had the music, of course. Everything. It was like a one-stop shop with us in our cribs. We used to make the shirts in our crib. Mm-hmm. We had the CD burners. We was burning the CDs, sitting in the crib sometimes, just burning. He had the studio in his crib, and we just went from there. I was supposed to be the Dame. He was supposed to be Jay.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we just went from there, straight guerrilla. Running up in offices, doing interviews and putting the CDs everywhere, guerrilla style, shooting the videos, no permit, fancy cars running outside with. Be clear, I was the first with the Bentley Coupe GT in the video, in the hood. I was the first one with that. Then I seen Lil Flip, then I seen Tony Yayo with it. Then I had that CLS 550. Then Yayo had it in the So Seductive, but I had it first. But whatever. So anyways, I was holding casting calls. I was feeling myself. I wanted to run it like a real record label, doing showcases till like 3 and 4 in the morning, hollering at people in other countries. They sending us music. I had this one record that I knew was gonna go. It was this kid out of Texas named Young Twin. He comes from that, he's from that Swisher House Cloth. He started running with Pimp C years later before he passed, God bless.
Okay.
Young Twin, he was nice. When I first heard him rap, it was on Black Planet. I don't know if you remember Black Planet.
No.
Damn, you don't know Black Planet?
Then is that the? No,
then he went over to MySpace.
That's D12. Never mind.
You never heard of Black Planet? Damn, I'm showing my age, but
I don't think so.
Anyway, he was on Black Planet, then he was on MySpace.
Okay.
And I was like, yo, this kid is amazing, B. This is right after I heard Slim Thug and all of them. He was coming up, and I was like, yo, we got to get him on a record. So what I wanted to do was, we got the record done. I reached out to him, and he got back to me. He was like, yo, I'll do the record. I wanted to shoot the video. We shoot our scenes in Houston, and he do his in Brooklyn. That's how I went to both. The video never transpired though. But yeah, from there, just running, doing everything. I started, taking meetings. People started taking me more serious. Of course, I had the haters on the side, and they started seeing me pop up in, local television. And then all of a sudden, here come everybody. Yo, what's up? I get a jacket, bro.
That's usually how it goes.
Jacket. I tried to give you the CD for free. You didn't want to take it. Now you want a jacket?
Yeah.
That's how it works? I can't say what I really want to say, but I said some fucked up things to people after that, bro. But no, I do want to say this, though. I do want to apologize to a few people. I just want to publicly apologize to people that I rubbed the wrong way, because that time my attitude was on 1,000. And the only reason when I look back, I wasn't getting the support from my parents. So I had to be overconfident, and that rubbed people the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? So I apologize to anybody that I may have rubbed the wrong way with that. But it wasn't coming from a place of malice. It was coming from a place that nobody wasn't believing in me. I had to believe in myself, literally. Like, my parents were my biggest haters.
Yeah.
That sound crazy, right? They was my haters, bro.
Well, hey, listen.
Hate what the stuff I would see my pops do. I was like, oh, he's on the list. But they would hate. So with that, I used to have to take it and flip it in my head like, nah. Every day look in the mirror like, I'm the shit. Yeah. But that probably came off as arrogant to other people, but I really wasn't. I had to gas myself up to a point where it just went whew. But the label started moving. People was recognizing it. People reaching out to us. When I got the cease and desist letter, almost getting sued from Universal, I said, yes, we made it.
Yeah.
Because my partner, he was like, yo, we getting sued. I said,
and what was that about?
It was for a sample on a record that we took, and it started going for sale. And let me tell you who it was. It was Amel LaRue. Remember that? Girl, you wanna know the deal? You were wondering, and I'm for real.
No, that record go hard.
You got more appeal. Yeah, we sampled that.
Okay.
And the record was pretty dope. And yo, they sent that shit. Boy, I had a couple of them to my door. If you don't, we got the lawyers. And in my head, I'm like, what y'all gonna sue and get? You know what I'm saying? But then I realized they paying attention.
Yes.
That means somebody heard that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it played on the radio. Because shout out to my man Sparks, Emilio Sparks, WSIA 88.9 FM, Staten Island's only FM. He was the radio, that was the call tag to it. I was actually trying to get a show there, so I had to memorize that.
Okay.
So he went over to Sirius FM. He works there now. He's an amazing guy. But he was one of the first people to play my records, bro. Yeah, I was actually in school. We used to go to school together. And we'd always have arguments about Pac and Jay-Z, but he would play the records. And I think that's where it came. I don't know, I want to say, but somebody else played the record, so it played on Hot 97 one time. And it must have tracked it from there. But me getting sued that's when I knew I made it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And at this time, at the height of your success with Fan Records, how many people you had on the label?
On the label, I had...
How many artists you had on
in
the
label?
label?
Beginning, it was one.
Okay.
Main one, and then later on, it was about 3 or 4 later on.
How big was the team?
The team, well, me, at the time, it was me and my boy at the time, so it was just 2 of us. Then we grew, then it was 3. Then I had one of my homegirls working with us. And then my producer now, Ryan Smith, the best producer in the world, shout out to Ryan. He was with us, and then it went up to 6. Then about 7 people. 6, 7 at max. But it was the definite 3. Yeah, but we had later on, artists left and another one came in. But
what's the status of Fan Records now?
Fan Records is still lit. It's right here.
Okay. And you guys still looking for artists, of course?
Right now, initially I was, and then Fantastic was like, why don't you be the artist? He was like, yo, you got all of it. He said, why don't you do it? I never wanted to be an artist.
Yeah.
That was never my thing. I was always the guy. I wanted to be L.A. Reid. I wanted to sit in the back. Shout out to L.A. Reid, kicked me out of his office twice. And I wanted to be that guy. So then later on, Ryan kept telling me, kept putting a battery in my back, was like, yo, you should release a record. And that's how Doreen's Favorite, really came about too.
Right.
But right now it's just me. So I'm weighing my options. I might pull a record out this year. Who knows?
Hey man, I'll look forward to it.
And I'm putting out some fire. I ain't putting out no garbage.
Right.
You know me already. If it's it's gonna be some fire.
Okay. So now from Fan Records, how does that lead you to acting?
Again, big imagination. When I was a kid, I wanted to act. Like I told you, everything stems from me when I was a kid.
Right.
Whether it was acting, broadcasting, and getting into acting. So fast forward, I used to write little plays. I write too. I write as well.
Yeah.
And I write a lot. So
I'm gonna get into that later too. There's some things I want to talk to you about.
Yeah, man, definitely. Like it was always in my thing. I'm a movie buff. Like I could recite a lot of movies. People hate watching movies with me, but I watch movies.
What's your favorite movie?
All time? La Bamba.
La Bamba. Okay.
La Bamba.
Okay.
La Bamba. I got Pretty Woman up there. Lean on Me. Paid in Full. Dead Presidents.
Okay.
Of course, Friday. Shit like that. Like I could, man, listen, all the Rocky movies, you can't watch it with me. I'll recite the whole thing. You're gonna want to fight me. First Blood, you know what I mean? Like, I love, Let's Do It Again. This back 60s, 70s shit, Bill Cosby and Sidney
With that
Poitier.
Dead President shit, I saw on IDBM, I said you were a writer. Is that a sequel, Dead Presidents 2?
Yeah.
Is that happening? Can you talk on it?
Yeah, I can a little bit. It's gonna happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I saw that shit. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, like to get in acting, I've always been, me and my cousins do little plays when we were younger. And fast forward, when I got to, I was in college, shout out to Greg Palms, put me in my first film.
Okay.
One of my friends, they were taking theater in college, and he was late with an assignment. He was like, damn, how am I gonna do this? I gotta do this assignment at 3 o'clock. It was 11 or 12 o'clock. He said, yo, I need something. I came up with a script in like 10 minutes, wrote the whole thing, shot it, and he passed his class. And then from there, they was like, yo, why don't you? And I was taking a theater class, but I wasn't in like none of the plays or nothing. So this kid named Greg, he was taking film. He was a film student. He was pretty dope. Greg Palms put me in my first film. It was horrible. I did terrible. When I watched it, I was like, oh, I cringe. You'll never see it. Don't look for it online. You won't find it.
Okay.
I'll make sure to take it off. But from there, then I did another one because the word started getting around. And this other kid casted me for a film. I did it. I had another film where I played like a boss. I wore my prom suit from high school in the video. I was sick as a dog that day. I never forget, it was raining hard. He called me, he was like, yo, I got this movie. And he's like, yo, everybody in campus keeps talking about you. And I'm like, I'll do it. Mind you, I was sick. But whenever they said action, bro, I was like this. You couldn't tell I was sick. Whenever they said cut, I was on the couch, dead. Then from there, I just started doing a lot of casting calls.
Right.
Started going everywhere. I did other films where, I had bit parts and still writing. And years later, somebody called me. They was like, yo, I saw you. It was a film about you in my film class in school. I was like, what film? Just like, they're showing a film. I was like, really? I was like, get the name of it. I forgot. Because I did so much work. Like, back then, I blamed myself for not getting, like, the proper credit in the reels and stuff so I could build up my reel.
Right.
I was so tight. I got to actually go see about it now, too, because people were still calling me. And I started doing, shout out to Spike Lee. I got a nice check from him, even though they took my part out. I did the, She's Gotta Have It on Netflix.
She Gotta Have It.
Yeah, I did background role for that too.
Okay.
Orange is the New Black. I did that. We shot out. It was actual prison that we went to. I seen one of my old classmates from high school on set. She was playing another female inmate. I was in that. I did that Set It Up movie with Tay Diggs. I did background for that. I did some other stuff. Narcos. They used my car. So of course I was in there. I did some other stuff too, some low budget films as well.
Okay.
And
Blue City?
Nah, Blue City. That's a monster. Shout out to Marcus Reyes. Blue City was like the one that I was like, that's the one.
Right.
And I got the role on a Monday. We started shooting on a Wednesday.
And you played Remo?
Remo, yeah, okay. I played Remo. It was dope. I didn't die. Shot 12 dope ass episodes. You can still get it. It's on Mopefy TV. You can find it. But I gotta tell you a story off the air about that.
Okay.
Crazy shit. Industry is grimy, bro. Yeah.